Oh, right, fuck, you guys can see me. I didn't see the connection succeed. Hello. Yeah, fuck knows what's going on there. I could still talk to you. My internet was absolutely fine. I tried other things. Instant load like normal. Whatever. Anyway, I don't know what you missed. Did you see the secret area? Yes, no? Maybe? Also, thank you all for saying shark piss of all things. I feel like I should really test it every time the connection dies. I should basically get you to say something more and more crude until you guys refuse, just to see what your limits are. Okay, so no, you didn't get to see the secret. That's fucking annoying. Map 04. I will show you just the secret area then. So I'm going to give myself all and just blast through with rockets and fucking no-clip through this wall because I'm a dirty cheating bastard. Fuck you guys. Fuck you. Okay, so there is a secret area up there. See the megasphere? How fancy. Fuck off. You two. You three. Yep. I don't want to do the TNT EM cheat just because there's a couple of monsters there, so you might as well see the monster placement. Oh, what the fuck? Way too early. Cool, whatever. Don't even care. Did I even get to the exit before it crashed? Oh, talking about people getting banned, did you see that someone got banned from YouTube with something like, oh fucking hell, 500,000 subscribers? For basically getting a feminist in Red Dead Redemption 2 killed in a certain way or something. Like, YouTube went nuts about it and just banned him. What the fuck? Get over yourselves, it's a video game. Sure, the message is, you know, bad, but, like, it's just someone fucking around. Much worse happens on YouTube normally for fucking no punishment whatsoever. Everything's dead. Cool. Right, so. This secret area. If you listen very carefully. Hear the lift? It's just up there. So if I sprint as quick as I can past here, back into that room, I can go in. Nice. And that's how you get the megasphere that taunts you at the start. You saw the jewel vials. Okay, the Jimmy vials. Yeah, I'll just... No. Cool, I might as well show you map 05 because that was the last bit of 4 that was left. Demon, the new map that I've just finished. $100 monsters, flat. You can get a nice preview of the sheer scale of this room. I mean, Eris's map kind of changes the sense of scale anyway, never mind, but yeah. So you get a couple of elevator spectres. If you're not ready for them, they, you know, make you have a bad day. But they're alright. Then you get to the bottom, a couple of medkits and whatnot. Wait, thank you very much. So I know this map a bit too well. It's the last one I built, obviously. I should know it better than anyone. Ouch. You, sir, are a prick, and I hope you have no friends. So, map 05 is probably the closest thing to slaughter you're going to get in Eviternity before, like, the Hell episode, so the 20s, I guess. I really don't know why I tanked that hit. I could have dodged it so easily. Boink. I'm going to go grab this medkit because it's inconvenient during a fight. Before level 50, yeah, okay, 15 maybe, but I don't want it to be too slaughter at 15. I mean, when I call this slaughter, it's not slaughter. It really isn't slaughter. Take these dudes out, or they'll be raining on your parade, quite literally. Okay, here we go. I'll try not to die first time. Take the soul sphere. So you get these lot up here. These are sort of designed to push you down, but you can stay up on the surface. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. But yeah, if you do stay up there, the Cacodemons sort of gate in on you from the other side. It hurts. I love that self-rocket that I've done twice now. Oh yeah, I'm so good at Doom. So good at Doom. How about you get out of my way? And you. I'll go get the medikit, thank you. Yeah, I kind of fucked this up. Anyway, I'll do it again. Yeah, I've got some zombie slaughter, so to speak, in map 7, I want to say. I can't remember if it was 7 or 8. Anyway, if you don't blow yourself up, this bit's a lot better. Until the cacos rain on your fucking parade. It's not with it today. I'm still considering nerfing this map because it is only map 5, but I want to see what the testers say, see how they feel about it. On lower difficulties, it's much easier. Much, much easier. I think I halved the monster count for Hurt Me Plenty and then, like, dropped another 15 enemies from Hey Not Too Rough. Something like that. Oh my god, this is terrible. Why am I dying on this? I was able to beat this consistently every time, and I was like, yeah, that's easy enough for map 5. These demons really do work as a good gap closer, forcing you to play certain moves. Like, not using rockets, for instance. Right, we're going to get the plasma gun out, we're going to go through here. And now we just want to sort of weave in the bookcases and lure the cacos away from the higher ground, basically. Except I'm luring them towards it. Please don't, thank you. Yeah, basically, as long as you keep moving, this isn't actually that bad of a level at all, in terms of difficulty. I mean, I could just chain gun the rest from here. Be fine. Except when the Teal Demon gets up in your ship. This is the first map with Teal Demons, so I'll take a look in a minute, Atro. Can anyone else in the chat verify that he's not trying to troll me? Atro is a dodgy lad sometimes. So Cacodemons. They would be so ineffective if it wasn't for Infinite Heights. But being a boom map set, Infinite Heights are a thing. Eris! Your fucking music cutting again. It's actually comical, the music thing, isn't it? Oh, hello. Hi. Just tank all the fucking damage. Yeah, because I suck. Is there any medkits left? I can't remember. Don't think there are. No. Oh yeah, there's that one. Cool. So then you have to hit these two switches. Oh yeah, check out the bleeding bricks. I really like them. And this. Just... Oh, hello, I haven't fixed that one. Nice one, Josh. It's fine on this side. Cool, so you hit that. And the red key starts lowering. And when it gets to a certain point, we'll just save. Yeah. There you go. An arc file up the top. And that is very punishing if you let it get busy up there. Oh god. Got it. That was probably the least I've seen it resurrect. Normally it gets all the Hell Knights and shit and just... It's evil. It can be very evil. Anyway, that's the last switch. That only leaves us the secret, which I neglected to get on purpose. Because it makes this whole level very easy. Yeah, this level needs nerfing. Just a little bit. Less cacos. Make them, don't know. Maybe Lost Souls? 2 of them? Whatever. Yeah, that portal texture is golden. And you get BFG. Which obviously would have been handy earlier. But now I've killed everything. Now, here's a, thing. that's how you go into the next episode. I'm tempted to try and do some sort of entrance the other side that teleports you to here. But I don't know how well that would work. There you go. Shouldn't be pistoling those. But yeah. Yeah, but it's map 5, JDN. Like, there's so much other stuff. What? But why are you squished with a crusher with your face in it? Funny you say that, because I could make that a thing. I hate the fact that you've actually made that a thing already. But yeah, here's map 6. Map 6 was going to get a nerf because we deemed it too hard, and that's probably easier than map 5, so yeah, map 5 needs a nerf. I'll do that another time. Ouch. We are here to look at Eris's map, which I'm now claiming as my own. There was no barrels, it was a crusher. So if I go to map 5, what I'll do is I'll no-clip through here. And if memory serves me right, which it probably doesn't... Oh yeah, it's back here. There you go. There's a voodoo doll in here, and if you look, we are surrounded by 64 crushers. So when you get crushed by this, you are actually being crushed by 64 different sectors, which results in you just going straight away. Literally instant death. It doesn't matter if you have 200, like I'll give myself that now. I'll kill all the monsters just to make this quicker. Oh yeah, like, here you go. Here's the full scale of this place. Shit's massive. Anyway, so we're going to go in here. So when you walk in here, what happens now, I'm going to... yeah, I'll God mode first. So if I walk in with no clip and fly... Oh yeah, duh. Right. So, this is actually just a room. See the lag I'm getting now? Because of the crushers. That's literally because of the crushers. So, yeah, you go in this room, you sit on this little pedestal, which is actually a 1 pixel scrolling surface that scrolls you into your dead body into an exit line off the edge of it. So you get slightly closer to that and it consumes your whole view. That's how this effect works. That's just a texture. Nice. Anyway. So, if we go look at the crusher, oh my god, this causes so much lag, but it doesn't matter because it's such a temporary thing, like you don't actually experience the lag, you end the level before this happens. It's here. Now, what you'll see if it stops humming, as the crushers go up, come on, there. That's the player getting absolutely fucking crushed. So if I turn off God mode, instantly, you're dead. Because it crushes so heavily, so much damage. So, that's how I'm doing my death exits, because obviously I want the player to start episode 2 with fresh inventory. So yeah, you walk through here, get crushed, you're sitting on a conveyor belt that's ever so slowly going forward. Done. And I now need to implement that map 10, 15, 20, 25 to transition to the next levels. But obviously, some of those levels aren't mine. Like, I'm waiting on Aatrox's 15, so I'm doing that afterwards. And yeah. So hopefully Akira saw that, because that's what his hard work went towards at the weekend. Cool, right. We are here to work on a map. Not that I have much stream time left. So it was only going to be a short one, so yeah. So here's a spreadsheet. I'm sure those of you who've watched this stream before have seen this spreadsheet a fair few times at this point. So, as you can see, we are 13 levels consistently done. Oh yeah, H-Nox, I'll look at that. I'll take a look. If I could find it. Could you relink it for me? It's lost in the chat. Yeah, so Antares and H-Nox are working on their guest maps, and I've given them a deadline of 19th of November, so, you know, 2 weeks away. Let's skip this track. Yeah, that'll do. yeah. That'll be hopefully done 19th of November, so episode 3 will be finished. Then in theme 4, everything is done except Stormcatcher 77's map, which I've seen good progress, but he's worrying he won't meet the deadline, so I fear that that's going to be the last one that gets done, but I'm really going to try and kindly pressure him to finish up in time, because obviously I don't want to release this late at all. I did not want to leave 10, 20 days to get testing, bug fixing, co-op testing, co-op bug fixing, texture fixing, all that kind of shit done in 20 days. That's a real crunch, you know. I want the whole month, maybe 2. So we're already there. So yeah, basically I'm just gonna have to keep nudging Stormcatcher to be on time. But he's got so many other projects, and I completely understand his position. So fingers crossed he pulls through. Next up is Mechadon's map. Now we're not actually waiting on Mechadon, we're waiting on Ukiro. Which is basically Mechadon built this map using vanilla textures, then retextured it to be OTexified, and it has worked. It looks really, really good. The only issue is some of the textures he's using in vanilla don't really have a correct counterpart in the OTex pack, so to speak. Like, in my opinion, they could easily be substituted for something, but they don't have like a one-to-one recreation. One of those one-to-one examples would be those bodies I used in map 4. Those were made to match the bodies on the brick walls in Vanilla Doom. Yeah, so we're actually waiting on Akiro for that one, but Akiro is making a map too. If you look at map 31, Anagnorisis, I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that, but that'll do. Whatever. He's also mapping. He's making a map. Guess map. It's fucking ginormous. It's one of the biggest maps, if not the biggest map in the project. The only one that could rival it is map 29. But map 29 is big in terms of scale, like size of the architecture. But yeah, Ukiro's map in terms of gameplay scale is massive. It'll probably be the only map to have 4-digit count on the monsters, so we're looking at 1,000+ enemies. It's huge and it looks wicked, so I'm looking forward to that a lot. And then the last person on the queue is Zaysa, who I believe is actually quite close to finished. They are doing a strange transition map, so all of the transition maps literally take you from episode to episode with that death exit that I just showed you. Map 25 to map 26 is going to be a bit different, I think. It might end up being the same, I don't know. But essentially, map 25 is hell, map 26 is heaven. His map features a hell tower in the middle of it, and you go around the edges of heaven, which is holding up the last bit of hell, and you basically cut the chains to it, making the tower collapse. That's how it's explained to me anyway, and I'm pumped to see that. I'm so excited to see it. So, based on that, yeah, like, he's shown us some progress, he's shown us top-down views, it looks like it's almost done, it looks really good, so fingers crossed it plays as good as it looks. Yeah. Then the last map that needs creating is the one I'm about to work on, map 29, which was by Eris Falling, who had to bail out to do university work and real-life stuff, which is fair enough. Pretty much H-Nux, except I didn't know about that until now. Yeah, so this initial build column is the most important one. Everything else is quick stuff, so difficulties. That's like 1 hour to 2 hours per map to implement. That's not bad. Same with auto map cleanup, and I've gotten fucking quick at auto map cleanup thanks to this project. Seawolves, that's 10 minutes, maybe 5. Part-time, now that one, that could be 5 minutes to set, that could be 5 hours to set. Basically, that is the best speedrun I can make, rounded up to the nearest 15, 20, 25, 30 seconds sort of thing. That's how the part-times are being set. And lastly, obviously testing, co-op build, rebuilding it based on the testing, and the release. So everything's pretty much there. Right, H-Knots, did you relink it like I asked? Because I didn't see it. Oh, there. Right, found it. How do I feel about it? Are you talking about the aesthetic? Because I've already told you straight up, I love how this bit looks. There is actually one comment I've got though. Could you do some very slight slither sector, 1 pixel triangle sort of thing, on this side and this side, just to hide the wall on the inside? it breaks the 3D illusion having that bit visible going up into it, so it needs to be covered with the black texture. Aside from that, yeah, wicked. Go gung-ho with that theme throughout. Obviously the outdoors could do with being more snowy, obviously, but yeah, cool. So let's take a look at map 29. Oh, the chandelier. Let's have a look at that. Yes, that's... Honestly, it doesn't need it here, but yeah, it fits with the theme fine. It's supposed to be a light source, and you've already got some light, so yeah, ultimately I'd actually probably just remove this one for now, because you've already got a light source and it would play with the contrast and ruin it. But do implement the chandeliers. Now, if map 05 sets a precedence, I'll quickly go into it. When it... Oh yeah, god, I've just hit F9 on this. Rip me. We'll be here for a year now. I need to find a way of actually... Oh yeah, of course. I've not changed it, so I'm just going to actually make this crap out and restart it. But yeah, basically, I'm letting the height be infinitely tall in terms of lighting on that map. So if a chandelier is like 512 pixels up, still light it like you normally would as if it was down on a 128 high thing. No reject to node builder setting. Yeah, I need to do that. That's map 32. Why do I open ever? This is Skillsaw's map, by the way. Skillsaw is done. I'm actually really happy with that map as well. Right, let's add all the resources. Let's get this going. Don't add itself, you dick. OTEX and OTEX DF, because I'm going to bring in some of the Greekified shit. Okay, let's configure. So we've got testing with GZ doing custom. No, it's not testing, it's node builder. Configuration for testing. I probably shouldn't even be using OpenBSB anymore. I've worked out that's actually a bad idea. Let's just do Zen-Node no reject for now. And I'll give it a test. Like that. Oh no, it's dying! What a shame! And the lights just went up. Ah! God, what is this song? Oh, of course it's their dogs were astronauts. Wicked. Let's mute the sound here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, it's not going to be any actual mapping, per se. It depends what you call actual mapping, quote unquote. But the first thing I want to implement is going to be like the encounters. So at the moment, so far, you've got literally like this first bit here and then fuck all else in terms of battling. The way the battle goes is intrinsic to the way I map. It's a big part of influencing what I make coming up. So I'm gonna get a crack on that. I like the dramaticness of this. I definitely think some sort of support text needs to be there because sliding brakes looks broken. Yeah, we need some texture considerations here. Now, this is super speedrunner friendly at the moment. Just do that. Then you, like, goodbye. And because of where you fucking go, like, that is off... bounced off the tree, look at that. Yeah, because of the like distance you go, that Cyber Demon is literally of no consequence whatsoever. Same with that as well, like... The Teal Demon applies a lot of pressure. I almost feel like we should have 2 Teal Demons at the front, 1 at the back. Zen-Node was fucking with stuff, it broke the tar pit. So you're using ZDBSP. Okay, not a problem. Anyway, so yeah, the first thing I want to do is actually get this room battle ready, so to speak. So the first thing I'm thinking is that fight is incredibly one-sided. So let's have a look at the destinations of these. So these come in from here. And they just get fucking pummeled into slots. Interesting how it alternates, that's kind of funny. Cool. This dude gets shoved in here, that's fine. Yeah, the reject lump is a good idea to have, but it's certainly not necessary, and it takes so much time to compile. Okay, so if these do what they do here... Right, first thing I'm going to do, because I've seen a few unconnected stuff here, I'm actually going to check for any bugs. Missing textures, that's what I'm looking for. Line def 19 is missing both sides. Yeah, see, those are both considered bugs, so I don't like that. Yep. And then the unknown thing type is to be expected. So if I delete this, that should actually remove all of the errors bar the unknown thing type, which is not an error. Perfect. Right. So this encounter here. What are we going to do with this encounter? I like the sparse, empty, like, nothingness of the room. What is the deal with these tags? These are some mental numbers. 6978. Wow. These are these are some huge numbers. Okay. I'm sure there's good reason as to why we're working this way, so I'm going to keep it. Yep. It works. Okay. Only issue I have with that, of course, is if these are all tagged, I'm not left with much opportunity to tag things inside of here. Change ceiling brightness to this brightness. This brightness is 200, and it's doing it in these sectors where the brightness is not 200. Okay. Yeah. And that is... Why is that so bright? Not quite sure I follow. Okay, that's cool, Eris, that's cool. So I'm just going to have to layer it up pretty thick. What I think I'll do is use this bit as a podium to spawn a bunch of shit as well. So if I move this back one notch, I feel like I want to indicate it to the player that this is going to happen, so... Gonna grab this. I'm basically just drawing a circle in quarters. Actually, before I do that, I want to add to it. 24 length probably would feel good. No, I should do 32. This will be interesting. How about I make it follow the floor pattern? This might not work, but it's worth a try, isn't it? It's that kind of care and attention some people really appreciate when they play levels, myself included. So hopefully that does fit. Look at that. If I go to this texture, there should be a different version of that texture in the brown. Perfect. Warp. No, OTLP, yep, there you go. So we got this heaven teleporter, which just looks fucking godly. There's the first frame at the top right. C, and then A would be the last one. No, A is the top left one. I'm an idiot, that would be D. There you go. And then, do I have any textures that fit it here? No. That would be pretty good here. Except, not the skull. I think that works. Not that the brightness is far different. If I lower that. I know. Cheap tricks. But it works. Okay, so I'm going to just check that in game. You guys are going to get to see one of the most fucking cool portal textures ever. Look at that. If I fly up. I absolutely love it. I love the shit Akira's, like, just pulled out of nowhere and made amazing. So, this being divided into 4 pieces gives me 4 spawn locations, essentially. I'm going to just do it by hand because I don't know what tags are and are not in use. So 26, 40, 86, and 87. Okay, that's fine. If I open a new copy of GZD Builder, we will open Eviternity MAP29. That'll be perfect. That just killed you, no, not November. Oh, God. Do you mind? Is that because this is open? No? Why are you doing this to me? Come on. I thought we were friends. I'll give it a minute. I'm worrying I'm going to have to not work on this map on stream. Because I feel like... basically, I don't know if you guys stream at all, if any of you here stream, but I definitely feel like Doom Builder is a lot clunkier and more prone to crashing and stalling and stuff when I'm on stream. Oh, there we go. Cool. I feel like as soon as I said that, Doom Builder's like, hey, what are you on about? No, I don't crash. Not me. Like as if it could fucking think. Okay. 2, 3, 4. 88. 89. Okay. 100. 101. The way Eris works, which is, like, staggering. Yeah. I'm not used to that with tags, I just literally work linearly from start to finish. If I run a system monitor while using GCDB, you'll see it pins core 0 of your CPU at 100% usage most of the time in visual mode. I think you're right there, Bemise. I need the monitor there, basically. I can't really work without it, just because stupid shit is too prone to happening. Okay, so I've joined this with this so that these monsters hear you. I know they're on a conveyor belt, but them hearing you means they never get stuck. They just shift out of the way. Make these lines impassable so they never go into the middle bit, and it's like a solid wall is here. Now, these enemies are not brutal enough. No, sir. How harsh do we want to go? What do you mean by Callum Rom? I don't understand what that means at all. H-Nox. Hi there, Lucifer. How you doing? Lucifer? Something's not right about saying hello, Lucifer, so calmly. But there you go. Hello. I think what I'm inclined to do here is literally just a massive horde of spectres. There's 39 in here, that's a bit too many. I want to get it down to, say, 25. That's now 23. Whatever. 25 is go. Cool. Now what were the tags we were going to use? It was... I can't read that. 26, 40, 86, 87. So, 26, 40, 86, 87. Sweet. Now, what is this tag? This is 17. So we're going to make this 17. And this height here is -96, and that one is 352. So 352 plus 96 is 448. I'll undo that. So if I set this to, yeah, 512 and this at 0, perfect, yeah. Cool. So weird hearing this song without lyrics. Ah, Lucifer Sam. That's a cool cat name. Yeah, I must admit my knowledge of Floyd is very, very, very limited. Ashamedly so, because I'm quite a fan of that sort of music as well, particularly Rush. But there you go. Boing. Okay. I probably should have grabbed the weapon, shouldn't I? So we're going to be infatuated with this, going, ooh, pretty. Haha. Now, what should be cool is any rockets we dodge. Ah, they haven't spawned. Right, okay. Let's haul some ass over into here and see what's going on. It would seem that teleporter's just not doing anything. Why is that? What are these? These are... Well, oh my god, I didn't put the teleport destinations. Someone give this man a fucking slap. I'm stupid. Sometimes I impress myself with how stupid I am. Any reason... Oh yeah, if I do a proper save, it builds the fucking reject table, doesn't it? Can someone cover Green Day but sing Wake Me Up When the Node Builder Ends? Yeah, Quilla, that pretty much sums it up. Blame alcohol. Oh, this is... What a thrilling stream. Let's watch someone save. It'll be good when this map's done, though. Drop the player here, let's go. Bonk. I should really dash and go get those weapons, which aren't even lowered yet. Lower the weapons, thank you. What will win? What will win? These. Yeah, I'm stacked. So Cyber spawns, then the Spectres start spawning in. And all the fun should happen where the Spectres behind should hopefully die. I want them to be a proper, like, fuck. I wasn't ready for that moment. And I feel like 25 isn't enough because this room is just so bloody big. Things to make this fight less cheesable. Because right now I'm doing nothing with so little punishment. I fear this map's going to end up with about 1,000 enemies as well. Bonk, bonk, bonkity bonk, 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 bonk. Should really turn off free look as well. Do you want to die? Do you want to die, Revenant? I want to die. Yeah, we need more cybers. We need something to prevent the player from leaving this area early as well. I'm gonna go straight old classic on this one. And when I say classic, I mean like 2005 era boom maps with their big fat wall in the way that just lowers seemingly infinitely. So let's 1 and 2, 4 probably isn't even enough. But there you go, it goes up into the sky, look at that. And the texture we're going to give it is... Not sure what texture of these we can give it, really. Fuck it, this brick will do. I'll refine the visual side of things later. I want to get it functionally good. In before lots of boners. I'm not sticking boners in this early. Not too many more. And for anyone who's new here who doesn't know what we mean by boners, we definitely mean skeletons and not erect penises, okay? Yes? Clear? Clarified? Happy? Good. Don't know why I'm joining these. That's not what I need to do. It's remove these lines. Erect penis in a map. Why is this the topic right now? What have I done to deserve this? 2, 3, 4. Gonna make these impassable first, then join. Cool. Okay, so instead of just spectres, we're gonna put in, I think, Hell Knights as well. Yeah, we'll dump in a bunch of Hell Knights and Spectres that are going to just ooze out of that hole there. Hole. Whatever. And this is... We're going to double up the cybers. Yeah, like Eris said, I don't want to go completely all in on this. I want some suspense of what's going to come later. Because I want the player to know it's going to be harder as they go. Okay, so this needs a new tag. You are 102. Where's the second cyber there? That goes to 102. Sweet. And then I guess I need to tag this as 17. I mean, if you're talking about wangs, there you go. There's your wang. Next up, ammo concerns. I'm going to be very forward with the player and just give them a backpack. It's MAP29, and they'll probably already have one by this point anyway. Let's double down on the ammo. That's not... okay. Sure, I'll just do that. That's fine. Armor, 40 shells, let's make that 60. I'm going to move the ammo. The ammo is going to go... Fuck it. Right on the player. The player's going to start with a backpack. Wang! Low Wang. I could not do an impersonation of him to save my life. Right, let's think. So, what's going to come through here? We're going to get 25 Hell Knights and 25 Spectres. That's going to take quite a few rockets, so I'm just going to double down a rocket supply. There's actually 9. If I literally just give the player 90 rockets to start the map off with, there's no reason they shouldn't really be able to survive that. That's pretty cool, Scarecrow. Cool in like a not cool way, if that even makes sense, but you know. Like when you see stacks like that, you know it's going to go slaughter. You just know it is. So I think the first thing to do, the first bit of combat I want the player to feel, is when they hit this switch here. Or do we go no thing? Actually, yeah, no, I'm not. Nah, I'll leave it. Boing. Let's see what happens. Gonna lead with the rocket. That second cyber is going to stop some rev spawning. Hold on. Resurrect. What I want to check. We'll go through this fight as I should. Alright, this is now reaching the sort of turf where, like, we should probably give the player more armor. But yeah, I'll restart that fight and just experience, because 100 armor and health, it's probably not going to cut it. Also, I'm feeling... oh no, I don't know. Yeah, maybe that could have like some sort of transition texture. So I've got one issue with this so far. One main issue with this bit of the fight, oops. Is that I can just essentially cheese it up here and just wait. Let them do what they need to do. Those spectres are actually quite harsh. Wonderful. Haha! Yeah. No, I don't want to bring in more enemies. Trying to think what else we could do with this, really. Put a block. Yeah, we could put a block on the stairs, definitely. I'm just going to disable mouse look quickly. Because those slight vertical movements, when you don't have the auto-aim reaching, makes a big difference. Like, everything misses. Okay, now this fight feels a lot more vicious. I might actually get rid of the Spectres. I think just the Hell Knights were needed. 2 Cybers. The Hell Knights for the back pressure. Get rid of the Spectres. Yeah, that works. That works well. So these Spectres, I'm just going to disable that bit. And we'll recycle this box for somewhere else in the level. So we've got Hell Knights for here. Got the 2 Cybers there. I'm actually going to put 2 block monster lines here. With hope that the Revenants don't get blocked by the Cybers. One can dream, right? Definitely want some sort of transition texture here. Oh, yeah. Don't know what it could be, though. This, I guess. This would work. Tell you what, if I just do that. Okay, gotta do it by hand. That really wasn't that difficult. These could do with being something completely different. Let's get all gold up in here. Whoops. Yeah, that can go gold as well. This bit doesn't move at all, so I can actually cut this in half and change the texturing. It doesn't line up with the bricks on the outside either, by the looks of it. That's a shame. Not sure if that's intentional or not. I'll work it out. Sure, bemused, sure. I mean, I'm not trying to pander to the hardcore Slaughter fans. I'm actually trying to pander to a wider audience than that, but I can see that being a bit tricky. Also, just realised what I need to do here. That's where the transition should lie. That makes a lot more bloody sense. Okay. So if I change that blue armor to green armor, no, green armor to a blue armor. And I put Soul Sphere this side. Yeah, put Soul Sphere that side. That might work. Yu-Gi-Oh! Format right now is facing super... Okay, that's kind of irrelevant, but yeah, sure. I mean, that's to be expected from Yu-Gi-Oh! It's trash. It's a dead game. They know it's a dead game, so they're just letting people have fun at this point. Much to the detriment of people who don't have big wallets. Fist everything. I forgot to collect the weapons. I mean, the better armor gives me, what, the equivalent of 33 health, roughly, difference when I have 100 health. That's not nothing. That's usable. Boing. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely prefer that with the gold ceiling tile there. And that's where I'll save. So you see the former human for the hat, and then, you know, double sibes. I love the way the former human got in a fight with a cyber demon. That's brilliant. Probably actually want to stand behind these. Use them as the wall. Oh, okay, that was bad. Okay, that one's in a fight with those, that's cool. Really don't want to rocket these. I don't have to. Not going up the stairs because I intend to lock them. Just want to test the fight without them. You know it's not real slaughter if I can do it, right? I'm almost tempted to give the player a plasma gun because of these cyber demons, but I just don't want to. Nah, it definitely doesn't need one more cyber. This is about 0.4 serious sounds. That's a great measurement unit. That's a brilliant measurement unit. Sweet. This definitely wants a floor brightness thing going on. So what's my ammo looking like? I've got plenty of rockets left, so I actually didn't need to add all those rockets at all. We'll put some shells out here when you get out. Need to fix the scroller, because that's stupid. Yeah, I don't really have any qualms with that. I don't like this bit of the map here. This is... nah. But that's really easy to fix, not an issue. Boing. I really dread to set some of those up myself. I'm not looking forward to that bit of this map. Cheers for that ambitious concept, Eris. The imps blend in with the trees so fucking well. Devious bastards. Yeah. Ocean needs expanding out. Scroller's not so bad. Okay. If the scroller's not so bad, then that's alright, but we'll see. I'm gonna have to figure out the nuances that you've had to find out, though, to make sure they're consistent between things. Oh yeah, Scarecrow, that's a very positive outlook on that issue. It's like when you're doing this... yeah, I guess it does sort of feel like leaves, doesn't it? If you're standing still and look at it, it's really fucking obvious and stupid. Like, that literally passes over your head. But... there's not much you can do about that as sprites for you. Oh, the Catmull Room effect. Right, I see. You said Callum Rom earlier. Fucking type properly. Don't bother exceeding a 1 and 2 4 unit scroller lines and try to stick to the angles that are multiples of 10. Okay, yep, no problem. God damn it, there's some good music. Right. We have our cave. Now, I don't know how this cave works. I'm going to see if I can get in there without it counting the way it was intended to. The answer is yes. You sort of can. Yeah, see, I'd be up for voxel trees if this wasn't boom format. To be honest, trees are one of the few things I think would work really well in voxels, but yeah. It won't be breakable when I'm done with it. Eris, I'll block off the paths that don't lead to the solution, or just map multiple lines to the same location. I fucking love that bit of fake 3D right there. Makes such a difference. I'm really trying to collect my ideas with this map, but it's so big I don't know what to do. Okay, so let's look at this in the editor. So that fight is fine. I'm happy with that. That can stay as it is. Because we've got the cave, we don't need this bit. This bit straight up isn't needed. So my first thought is that. That becomes part of the western wing instead. Something more like this. What the fuck? I did not mean to do that. Thank you. That's what she said. Yeah, I think I'm with you on this one, Eris. I'm probably going to delete this bit out and then recreate something in the same style. Just less curvy. Because this almost feels like curve tool for the sake of curve tool, and I don't feel like the end result is quite what you were intending. Like you sort of said to yourself, this isn't what you're going for. You imagined indoor areas. Okay, then that's fine. I can literally chop this completely down. But for now, it's a representation of what might be. So yeah, we'll have like a sort of cathedral-y-like area this way. Maybe a chapel. You know, that kind of thing. Not really sure where else it's going to go, but that's the plan there. This bit here, I want to close off the roof a bit. In a simple way. So I'll demonstrate it really basic for now. This is as rudimentary as it's going to get, by the way. Like, I'm not keeping these lines I draw. That would be diagonal. That's why I'm having an issue. Really basic, but I feel like it'll give it so much more shapeliness and something recognizable from a distance more than just a big empty box, if that makes any sense. I mean, I might end up actually keeping these lines. It might just work out okay. You kind of get where this is going, don't you? Also, you're missing 2 torches this side. I say missing as if, like, they actually are missing. They aren't necessary. So yeah, something of this sort. I see what you're saying, yeah, so these torches are more indicating the 3 gates. Maybe. What is the 4th switch for then? If you care to explain. It's funny that building looks so short. It's really tall, but it actually looks quite short. Now, if the players to get up here, would that building look bad? I think it would. That takes away my idea of maybe making this a walkway that the player actually goes on. Okay, if that was maybe going to be for a secret, I'll try and consider something of the sort. So this bit here is some huge arena. The problem with this map that I have personally is it's too big. So I really appreciate the grand scale, the sheer level of grandeur that is pumped out here. But I feel like populating it in terms of gameplay only makes sense as Slaughter, and that's not what I wanted this map to be purely. A bit like the forest, where it's sort of a few imps and a couple of teal demons, but it's dangerous. That's great. I want to keep that sort of level of gameplay at most points. Why do I have problems? What are my problems? So yeah, we're looking at 3,000 pixels wide. In terms of playable space, something in the region of 2304. Yeah, exactly. So it makes sense that 29 would follow that suit in a way, but not strictly. I don't want it to be pure. So I wanted to have moments of chaos and then moments of controlled combat. So the controlled combat being moments like the forest and the caves, where the monster count will be a bit more traditional. So if I'm going to do stuff like that in this area, I need to find a way to fill the space. I'm almost thinking like, I don't know. This is all conceptual. I'm probably going to scrap a lot of the lines I've put down, and yeah, you get the idea. So these being huge ass blocks of whatever. Doing things like this. Oh, I've just fucking changed the ceiling, haven't I? Twat. That's what you get for rushing. There you go. So get some like huge blocks separating this up a bit. So you're A, more tunnel visioned onto what these things do, and B, it sort of closes off the sides a bit, which gives you things to dodge around and things to avoid rather than it being just one big open area. The next thing I could do, and probably will do, in fact, is I can close areas off entirely, but then have them open up later. So just gonna get the basic shape in there. Anything I put in, I'll try and make look more detailed. This one here is a bit longer than the others by 32, isn't it? You're supposed to be in line with that. There and there. Yeah, this one was longer as well. Only by a small amount. No one would have noticed unless they were mapping on it, kind of thing. I think that's where I was. Yeah. You get the point. Basically, we can block all these bits off, and the switches could be, instead of lifts, because I feel like that's quite gimmicky. Okay, so if you wanted the player to go the north side first, what we could do... Think. So instead of that being switches in the middle, that could be a teleport destination. So when you first come in here, the first time you come in, it'll literally be... let me lift up some bits. That'll do. So when you first come in, you'll be literally handheld to go straight forward. This could be some fancy teleport piece in the middle, and there could be like a fountain that flows downwards rather than just a flat floor. So using these panels, I can actually block off the later parts. Oops, we have joined sectors, that's not ideal. So basically the player has no way of going to the other side early. And when they first come through, when they approach this up the stairs, maybe it lowers down those poles. So like when you walk past this bit, those poles lower down, whatever. So you get to see the first bit first. And wasn't it a requirement for the yellow key, this one? I seem to remember. So if that was a yellow key, you get the red key over that side. Do we get the yellow key this side? Is that the idea? Because if so, what we'll do, so you go through this way, you go over to that yellow key. Maybe the switch is something that isn't the yellow key first. I don't know what you're going to do with this, but we do something. Ah, okay, so when you have both the yellow teleports onto this pad here. Quirky, but I like it. So you come here, maybe we'll put a pedestal of some sort that has the red skull symbol and the blue skull symbol. When you hit the switch, a red key would pop up onto the red skull pedestal, but will be uncollectible, so it's there for decorative points. How does that sound? That sounds cool. Same with the blue, and then when you do that, then the yellow key spawns, allowing you to press this switch. So the pedestal will be like here, you'll have a red one there and a blue one there. Do those two, then it'll give you the yellow key, you can hit the switch and then watch it do what it does. Hi there, Gorficus, how you doing? And Josh the Nest Nerd too. Did someone raid me, because I didn't get an alert? Seems weird that a bunch of people are saying hello at the same time. So yeah, what we'll do is, so you come this way, you see the pedestals. Maybe once you walk up to the pedestals, fight triggers that sort of baits you back this way, or maybe a bunch of health bonuses spawn, luring you back in here. After you come back here, you'll see that this arena has changed, and thank you very much for following Gorficus. So this way, I'll have lock off, and instead, these two paths will open up, so you can then go either direction. Ah, okay, cheers. Cheers for letting me know. So, yeah, basically you can either go this way and this way. So you can pick, do you go for the red key or the blue key? It doesn't really matter, you'll end up doing the other one afterwards anyway. So once you pick up, say, the red key, you go around, you do all this bit. It eventually, instead of leading back to the start this way, as cool as that is, I might cut that connection off. No, there's nothing wrong with that. It still leads to the same point, doesn't it? So yeah, but yeah, basically, the whole point is once you've done everything in this direction, you collect your red key, you haul your fat ass all the way back over here, you go back in, you go to the other side, you do the same on the other side, you get the key, you come back in, and then there's no option to go any other direction except that way, and I'll try and make it work based on which direction you go. Not sure how I'll do that, I'll work it out. And yeah, that'll then bring you back to the pedestals. You hit the pedestals, go to the exit, so on and so forth. Wicked. This map's flow is now calculated. That's fine. I now understand what I'm going to do in terms of gameplay. The next big challenge is actually fucking making it happen. The other thing I want to do as well is possibly expand this view, so that for a start. Fucking hell. For anyone who's just tuned in, this map is not mine, it's Eris Falling's, but I'm taking it over since he's got commitments IRL. Good old real life getting in the way of Doom. However will we thank it. So I'm going to move all this shit over here, that'll do. What's the rough length of that? Yeah, that's not too big. Cool, so hopefully I didn't break anything, so I'm going to go test things now. You're mapping for Inferno. Can I be completely honest with you? Oh, look at that, I fucked the whole level up. Can I be completely honest with you, Josh? I don't think it's worth your time. Honestly. I know this is kind of rude and out of place to say, but Bonnie is a waste of time. Absolute waste of time. Really, I don't like putting it quite so blunt. Like, that's pretty harsh. I'd hate it if someone said that about me. But Bonnie has a very, very strong reputation of fucking people around, telling them that their map is scrapped and things like that with no good reason, so on and so forth. So, yeah, I'd seriously just suggest don't waste your time on that project, because you don't even know if it's going to be accepted or not, and there's a high chance it won't be, to be honest. So is this all back to normal now if I go to the start? Inferno is a community project where people can make episode 3 styled maps. That's better. But the project lead is someone who is not fit to lead a project by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, probably. They probably are, to be honest. Bonnie's pretty much a known troublemaker, so yeah. Don't know why I'm running around this bit again. Okay, there's one issue with the portal, look at that. Yeah. So that massive portal, we're going to get rid of that. I'm going to scale it right down. I know I like the ambitiousness of the scale, but that is somewhat absurd. I hope you don't mind, Eris. I hope you don't feel like my changes are too drastic, the things I'm going to say I'm going to do. At the moment, this is planning phase, this session. It's not a real change-making session, but it will be. Oh, is your connection down, or is mine, or...? Action 11. What format are you in? Boom? Because that's exit level. I was going to say, I think that's exit, but I don't want to say that in case I was wrong. So you're okay with that, Eris? Yeah, I'll delete it for now. My plan... I can't believe the floor hack. The sky hack only works on ceilings and not floors. That's a piss take. Oh. Sector action 11, I get it. Yeah, just turn the fuck off. It's your map, do what you want, mate. Okay, so I'm not going to do it now, but I'll make a custom texture and have the portal behind it. So the texture needs to be in 5 parts, technically speaking. In terms of its construction, not necessarily in terms of it being a texture. It being a texture will probably be just a single 1024 by 1024 square. But behind it, so how can I demonstrate it better? Here's a candle holder. It's circular, yeah? Now, inside the circle would need to be a square shape, which will be the sky that's viewable. Now, inside that square shape needs to be a circular cutout. So, I can't really explain it. I'll try and do it on fireworks. Look at that! Oh. If I was to... It saved, didn't it? It says it's saved. I'm just going to test it quickly. It works, whatever. I'll come back to that. Yeah, Bonnie's a dick. You're dead right there. Okay, so let's compose the... Yes, Scarecrow. Good attitude. So, if I was to draw a circle, that is 1024 by 1024, and inside of it was a square, as big as I can get. Whoops, don't want that. Let's get my layers back up, shall we? Cool, thank you. So inside of it was a square, dead center. See how this square doesn't get cut out of the edge of the circle? Now this green square is going to be the sky. There will be a box behind this texture that is the sky, which is a different sky than the main level, which makes it look like a portal. And then inside of that, we'll have another cutout. So if I get that to be the same size, I can bring that in front. If I... Where's my path options? There you go. Why is everything closed? Cool. So... Oops, I actually punched out the wrong texture entirely. Punch. So that green square goes behind the circle. So the green square is technically the sky. And then there's a mid texture in front, which is this circle. Now imagine if that circle, that scale, was some like golden frame decorated with like runes or something around the inner circle and the outer circle bit. Something like that. That's what I plan to draw as a texture. Obviously that's going to probably take me a couple of hours, and I might even try and ask Akira if he can fit it in if he has the time, but I'd rather he prioritises his mapping first, because his map's nearly finished and that obviously needs to be done for the project to be released. This does not. So yeah, that's how I intend to present the skybox. So the sky itself, the portal, would be 720. 720. It's a bit of a smaller size than the old one. Oh my god. There's your 720. So, I cannot get over how far down this is. That is minus 320, minus 328, because it really doesn't need to be so insanely, ridiculously far down. That's fair enough, Josh. That's absolutely fair enough. If you've got the passion to pull through and suck up whatever shit he might fling at you, go for it. Do I really want to set up the theoretical portal now? I guess I do, don't I? Okay. So if I make this hard-edged rather than anti-aliased, I could export that as a PNG. I can make that transparent. Additional textures. That's definitely not final. We'll call it Portal MAP29. The texture lump will be Ring Warp. That'll do. Cool. So if I was to change my settings, get the node builder to be Zen node fast no reject for saving, just so I can save the WOD and close it. Sweet. I can open Slade. OTXDF. So what I'm going to do is bring in the patch. So here we go. Bring in a ring warp texture. Graphic convert to Doom graphic, convert all, there you go. Click off so it actually saves it, because Slade loves triple checking your actions. Add to patch table, add to textures. Sweet. Save and close. Right. Now, back to Elysium. This big old portal stretch thing here that we've got going on is definitely going to change. But we'll worry about that later. Okay, so how much more than 720 do we need to get to 1024? 304. So it needs to extend there. So 152 outwards. So we'll do another 152 this way. We'll delete the additional vertices. We'll set this as a mid texture with ring warp. So this is just going to be an example of what I mean. This is literally like doing it as basic as I can. Lower and pegged. Yes. For now, I'm just going to move this miles that way to the north. Oops, fuck it, just stick it there, who cares? So we've got this ring here. So the next bit was that needs to be 152 up, I guess. Yeah, right. So the floor height is plus 152, and the ceiling is just going to be whatever it needs to be. That's dead in line there. Oh, there's... This is going to be really tricky to actually make work, isn't it? I feel like I might have bit enough more than I can chew for this little end of the session. Okay, so these two bits I'm going to tag differently. 85. I should have taken a note of what the portal's texture tag was, but that's too late. Unless I can find the fucking sector for it. The word fuck comes to mind. Okay, well these are tagged 85. Cool. Over here we're going to have a skybox sector. And that's going to have a new texture. We'll use this one. Actually. O warp EXO. This could be pretty fucking funky if it goes down right. Anyway, so 0, 0. Action 2, 5. No, that's the scrolling one. I've forgotten the name of this one. Is it 160? Sky. 271. On to tag 85, I believe it was. There you go. Okay, cool. Then this piece gets lowered down to minus 176. So hopefully this will render a sky behind that texture. Now to make things more likely to work the way intended. Gonna leave as little distance between them as possible. Drop the player here and fingers fucking crossed. It works. No, it doesn't. That looks like fire at that scale, doesn't it? I don't think that texture is going to be used as the portal. Although, the way it changes angle based on where you are is pretty snazzy. Anyway, so that's rendering above and below, so I guess what I need to do then is untag this one. I want to say that's the solution. Yeah, okay, that doesn't work. I fear we have the same issue we had earlier where the floor side sky hack doesn't work. So the texture would actually have to be changed. And yeah, Atro, they're gone. Dunzo. Finito. So if I delete that, I know there's a edge. Obviously this is just a rudimentary texture, but I guess it's going to have something like that. Obviously that edge will be fixed when I make the actual texture. And then I guess it could have some elaborate side bits, you know, like it could. This is a really dire example. But it could do that. It could... I should finish the fucking path off, shouldn't I? Wondering why it wasn't closing and making a colour. Well, there's why. Fucking... Why is it so laggy now? Fireworks, I swear they've made it intentionally shit to try and make everyone go to Photoshop. But yeah, we could do some sort of mount. Modify, transform, flip horizontal. Yeah, they're done. I don't know how I could be more clear than that. There's no Pouliash and no Fade coming back to the Dragonfly Discord server. I was willing to give Fade a chance, but they kept absolutely and utterly doing my nutting and pestering me, so I, at their request, gave them the ultimatum, which was no. It seems harsh, it seems a bit almost like power hungry as an action, but it wasn't intended to be that at all. Anyway, yeah, there's an example. So it could look like a giant fucking clock is basically what I'm saying. Oh my god, it could be a clock. You go back to the first level. Let's put an animated clock face over the top. Except that's going to take so fucking long. And at that resolution, there's so many textures. There's a lot to think about here. There's a fucking... That's so much effort. I hate that it's a good idea. I absolutely hate that that's a good idea. It is, isn't it? It's back to the fucking clock tower. Essentially, yeah. Essentially, Josh. Anyway, I've just realised the fucking time. I need to disappear. I've got other things I need to do tonight, and then I need to get to bed, and I feel like I'm ready for bed already. So, yeah. Anyway, I will save this as Ring Warp 2. Just so I've got a reference as to ideas. You need dinner. Dude, it's like 10:15. Go sort yourself out. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to call it quits there. Fuck the layered version, I'd rather do it fresh. I'll save that for now. And yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. Oh, sorry, JDN. Next stream probably will be next Wednesday, although there is a possibility of a weekend one. I'm not going to confirm if there is or is not a weekend one, because I don't know yet either. Actually, yeah, next Wednesday there will not be a stream. Sorry, I forgot to say. Next Wednesday there is not a stream. I'm seeing The Prodigy, the electronic band, live. My father bought me tickets. I can't say no, so I'm going to go have a wild, wild time. It'll be great. Right. Let's think. So, to recap with your Eris while you're here, the plan for this map, you come out through here, you do all the shit in this room, you leave. Maybe you do some crap here, I don't know. I might make this bit quite empty. Fill it with trees, fill it with rocks and shit, you know, to give it more personality and space. Not space, like reason for existing, basically. Also segregates you from the other areas a bit better. And then once that's done, you go across here, you do the little forest section. I don't know how I feel about this Soul Sphere area. I'm tempted to disconnect it from here entirely and connect it to the eastern wing as part of the mandatory shit. Yeah, Josh. So the shit in this room is you kill 2 Cyber Demons, 25 Hell Knights, and about 10 Revenants. It's a smallish fight compared to what I think I have planned. So you navigate to the forest section, you go through the forest, up here, and this forces you to go north first. You go north, traverse this, kill a few enemies along the way, and discover a pedestal, or 2 pedestals, one red, one blue, which require a skull key. Upon seeing these pedestals and getting up close, it will trigger a bunch of health spawns back to the center to bait the player in that direction and cause them to actually want to go back to the fucking start of the map. Well, not the start, but you know, this bit here. Once they come here, they'll realise this bottom section has been cut off and these 2 side sections are open. Oh, John Sweetpea's gonna hate the end of Eviternity. Map 30 has 666 enemies. 666, evil as fuck. In heaven. Work that one up. Anyway, yes, there'll be enemies behind here and here, so that you, as the player, quickly realise, well, fuck, these bits are open now, so I best go one of these directions. In going in one of these directions, you either get the red key or the blue key. So if you go here, you collect the red key, and you end up either back here or back here, both of which end up pointing you to this area. Then you go to the other direction, you grab the key. I'll repopulate this middle section every time you get the key. So if you get red key, this gets repopulated with the first fight. If you get the blue key, it gets repopulated again. And yeah, basically you go get the blue key from whatever we do this side. Yeah. Come back here, do some sort of like final-ish fight. Actually, I might make it anticlimactic. The second key doesn't trigger anything. Just get that ominous sense of what is going on. Why is there no fight? What do I do now? You go back here, you hit the yellow key switch, which will be a bit more prominently displayed than it currently is. Maybe I'll do 3 podiums instead. So you've got the 3 keys lined up together. Yeah, when you put the blue key and the red key on their podium, the yellow key will just spawn. You put the yellow key on the podium. Maybe the yellow key can be over this way, here, somewhere, rather than right next to it. You know, it'll be obvious at spawn, but yeah. You get the yellow key, put it on the podium, you launch yourself into the new portal. It takes you to the original map 01. You navigate it empty, devoid of monsters. You hit the switch, I'm going to skip that noise. And then the final fight happens. Yeah, okay, the switch will be done on a 3 key basis, but it will have the yellow key. Actually, to be fair, it might as well just be the yellow key marker. Anyway, so you hit this, the arena collapses, as we've already set up, and in here spawns what is the final fight of the map. And I think it would be a good place to highlight / showcase all the custom monsters in one fight. So we've got the Astral Cacodemons, as I think Antera's named them for us, which are vicious as fuck, especially in an arena of this smaller size. You've got the robotic Baron replacement, which I'm now not going to bother doing the sprites for, I don't think, so I don't have time. You've got the Commander guys, which is like enhanced chain gunners, and then we've got the Teal Demons. So just those 4 enemies, that's it. It doesn't need anything more. That's quite the party. Those Baron replacements are like mini Cyber Demons, so if we had 10 of those, okay, they'll probably be infighting, but if you had 10 of those, say like 20, 30 of those fucking harsh as shit demons, maybe 5 of those Astral Cacodemons, they're pretty vicious, so I don't know. Yeah, exactly, Eris. Exactly. Eviternity isn't necessarily just in heaven, Josh, so it takes place in 6 locations. There is a medieval episode, there's a tech-based episode, there is a wintry, snowy castle episode, there's an industrial / brutalism inspired episode, there's hell, then there's heaven. The last one is heaven. Yeah, anyway, so you beat this map, you get to the last door, you go through the door, which is equivalent of map 02's entrance, and when you go through there, it teleports you to map 30, the final fight. And what's that, H-Nox? Because I am definitely about to leave. I've said my goodbyes about 10 minutes ago. Spit it out. Right, now I'm going to save this and close it. I don't think I did, no. I'm going to close this crap. Yeah, it's saved now. Oh, right. No, I didn't. Anyway, I'm off. So, thank you very much everyone for tuning in. I will, I'll see you next stream. I hope it's Saturday. No promises, but I hope it's Saturday. Anyway, take care. Goodbye, and H-Nox, if you've got any more, throw it out there towards me on Discord. Anyway, cheers. Take care and goodbye.